So where are all your kids right now?
I don't know.
There's one.
Got some. I got 2 over there.
2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's one right there. He's
and
asleep.
5.
Is he asleep?
He's swinging.
He just
might be asleep.
can't pick his head up anymore.
Yep. We got a couple of them laying down in the mud over there. So that's good.
Yeah.
So do you have a system for like, this is how we keep track of?
If we don't hear screaming, we assume they're not either abducted or hurt. And then when we say round them up, we just count them when they get in the car.
As long as we have 5, we're good. Any 5 could just, you know.
Sometimes only 5?
Right?
Today they're only 5.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're saying
Yesterday.
there's absolutely no system at all? Where
There isn't. No, we'll follow one around if we feel like we have to, but even at that point, sometimes we're going, hey, look out for your brother. And then we just kind of watch and go, boy, I hope he looks out for his brother.
Is that how you feel?
We haven't lost any yet that I know of.
There was that one time.
We lost you for a while. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. The cameras are off. When the cameras are off, we'll talk about that one. The cops weren't called. It was okay.
You were about to?
I want you to tell me about your family.
Chaotic. Different. Fun. Unorganized.
What do you love about your family?
That we get ice cream everywhere.
We're very helpful for kids.
Oh yeah, how so? How are you helpful?
We give homeless people things and we adopt babies. It's awesome that we're helping a bunch of different families with their kids while they get better. My family is really big. I have a really big family, and usually our house is a really big mess because we have 8 kids.
A lot of people think that they look at us and they think that we're insane. And they think that, how can you do that? I have 2 kids and I can't control them. But we have talked to our kids about the fact that we're going to be bringing these other kids in, and they have agreed to be helpers. They have agreed to cooperate with us, and they are. They are tremendous helpers. And so it's not 2 of us against 8. It's actually more like 4 on 4, which is, you know, more even.
6 on.
Oh, sure,
4.
sure. Okay, or 4 on 4, yeah, right.
Well, the 2 of us.
Couple of sandbags, but you get what I'm saying.
These ones, those ones smell like hospital diapers. It smells like a hospital.
There's a specific type of diaper that smells
great.
like a hospital.
Yeah, it's that one.
It's
the
the
newborn baby one. Yeah, because most of them are newborns.
Great.
What?
Will you make a bottle for Mr. Emerick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you make Mr. Bottle in.
Sometimes there are days when I come home and I'm like, I don't even know exactly what's going on. We both parent, but she is clearly the one who sets the schedules and makes the decisions about a lot of stuff throughout the day. And so I come in and I say, okay, what can I help with? And she tells me these are the things I can help you with, and I go, okay, let's do those things, because I know that throughout the day she's probably been thinking about these are the things that I need done. I just need a Gatorade. Red, please. And sometimes we just have to come down and we have to replenish our son's Gatorade because the other son drank it. But these are the things that we do.
There you go.
Thank you. I think if we felt like we had more control, if we felt like we were in full control all the time, we would probably get stressed out. We would probably not be able to handle it. But we know that ultimately we're not in control of a lot of what goes on throughout the day. We just roll with it. Things happen that are good and unexpected, and things happen that are bad and unexpected, and they're going to happen whether we have 2 kids or 8 kids in the house, or 5 kids, depending on our situation. God's been very faithful to us from day one, and so on any given day, anything can and will happen. We don't know the final results of a lot of what we're going to do, but we know that every single day we're going to do it with excellence for God. And at the end of the day, we go to bed, and we know that we can do it again tomorrow. All right, I got a Gatorade.
We had signed our papers when we had our last baby that we were done having kids. And I have always wanted to do foster care. I feel for the bio families. They have lost their child to a system, to our family, you know? Even if it's just for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, they don't have them in their house. And I can't imagine what that would feel like. And I watch them working, and they work and they try so hard to get their kids back. And I think, I just need to support them in some way. And I didn't think that I had that in me to support them. And I love it. I love talking to the bio family. I love coming every week and saying, hey, this is what your kid did this week. They had a great time in school. They went to church. They waved palm branches and then ripped them up and threw them on the ground, and we laughed and we took pictures for you. And, you know, and here's a video if you want to see. We go to doctor's appointments and we listen to the doctor. We parent together. We co-parent together in this beautifully messy, it's just so neat. It's amazing. And I didn't think that I could do that. And I'm realizing that I live for it. I love it. I think it's good. I feel like we make a difference.
Yeah.
So.
And we might never see the end result of a lot of the things that we've done, but that's not our job. Our job is not to see the end result. Ugh. You went up here again?
And the kids won't remember us. And that's okay too. You know, they're not supposed to.
This one will.
Huh.
This one's never going to be able to get away from us. This one's going to be with us forever until he moves out or moves into the basement with Gracie and all the cats. This guy is incredibly different. He's very hyper. He's very energetic. But it's lending to being very smart, very strong, very balanced and sturdy. Well, he came into our lives like a whirlwind. You know, we get a phone call that says that there's a baby in a hospital that is going to be our first placement, and we say, okay. And they say, well, it's all the way up in Akron, so you got to go up and you got to take care of him up in Akron.
He was screaming. We walked in. He was absolutely. He was a terror. And she handed him to me, and just stopped. It was like he was 3 weeks old. I'm gonna cry. He was 3 weeks old, and he just was waiting for us. With a puppet you.
Oh.
There's been times when we thought that the biological family were going to take back Elijah.
Who's that guy in there? You go into the placement and you have to tell yourself that you're just keeping an eye on a kid. This kid just needs a home for a while that's safe until everything else gets worked out. And as much as I tried to tell myself that, I don't think that was ever really the way that I felt. Even from the very first time that he came into our home, he just kind of, I don't know, he felt like he was a part of us already.
As much as it hurt when we met his mom, I wanted to make it work. And Nicholas at that point said, oh no, that is our baby. And I said, well, we have to go through the process. And then, she disappeared, and Dad came in at 5 months,
yeah, something like that.
6 months, and it hurt a little bit more knowing that we were going to have to work with him. But I brought in pictures, and I tried to explain everything that you could about your child from birth to 6 months old. And it hurt. It was hard knowing that we could lose him. He's never been easy. But he's just been ours. From the very second that we saw him, we just had to wait.
What do you remember about Emerick when he was a baby?
That we always take care of him.
I feel happy about Eli. He's cute and he's a new baby. He's a really, really smart baby. I think he's just awesome because we've had him since such a long time, since he was a little boy, and now we're going to adopt him in just one day. So
Just one tomorrow, right?
yeah, I'm glad that he's going to be a part of our family.
When somebody goes to somebody's house and they know him so well, then they're gonna have him forever.
Tomorrow means that I'm gonna have a new brother. And actually, I don't know. I don't know it's like I'm gonna have a new brother tomorrow, and it's gonna be really awesome.
We have everything laid out with our lawyer tomorrow morning. We're going to meet him at 10:15 at the courthouse, and we'll all go back. They'll, I'm assuming, swear us in, I guess, and the judge will make his ruling and officially declare that he is no longer Elijah Ray and that he is now EMERICK Daniel, and he'll be a Taflin. I keep thinking that this is one of the biggest days of his life, and everything's going to change, and yet nothing is going to change. Everything is going to stay the same, but everything's going to change.
Like, that's your motive of saying pictures with your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. Do you
Where
have
is
my
he
phone?
on the stand with the big camera?
Holy cow! What a crowd are we having in here? Please be seated if you can. How's that? This is the Court of Common Pleas, Probate Division. I'm Judge David Bennett presiding. The next matter before the court in this matter is in the matter of the adoption of Elijah Ray Bryant Urich, and to change his name to EMERICK Daniel Taflin. Where is he? There he is. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You may be seated. Do you believe it to be in the best interest of this child to be adopted?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. DeSelva?
Nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
Well, this day, this matter came on to be heard on the petition of Nicholas Matthew Taflin II and Audrey Nicole Taflin for the adoption and change of name of the minor being adopted. The court finds that notice has been given to all parties, that all consents have been filed or have been found not required, that the allegations in the petition are true, and that the minor has been lawfully placed in the home of the petitioner, that the minor has lived in the home of the petitioner for 6 months as required by law, that a report of the assessor has been filed and is approved, and that the adoption is in the best interest of the minor being adopted, and that the accountings as required have been filed, reviewed, and approved, and that the minor is an adopted person. It is therefore ordered that the petition for adoption is granted, and that the name of the minor is changed to EMERICK Daniel Taflin. Congratulations. And everybody said... Best part of my job, I want you to know. All right, congratulations. Thank you very much. Anything further? All right, court's in recess. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So sad. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Anybody else?
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Thank you. You can do whatever you want for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Alright.
You don't have to turn in a monthly report anymore.
Right.
Well,
And you don't have to request permission.
It's
It's a little tight squeeze in here, I'm sorry, but then it's...
I'll give you candy.
We'll give you candy.
Do you like being a big brother to him? Yeah? What do you think you guys are going to do when you get older? What do you think that the two of you are going to get to do together?
Hang out together.
If there's something that you want to tell EMERICK, like 5 years from now, you want him to remember about today.
That you've been with us since you were born.
That he's gonna be a good boy when he grows up. And a good dad.
I'm going to embarrass him.
Each one of those pinwheels represents a case in that county that is been abuse or neglect. It's a child in foster care. And they used to just stick them in the ground, but we have so many cases in Ramsey County that they've built almost like a riser. And EMERICK's is one of them. And I told my caseworker, I said, can I remove one? Can I just, I mean, even if it's just symbolic of us walking over and picking it, you know, because he's not there anymore. This one's ours.